See where I'm from, it's a dirty game. Niggas in the streets want you dead. Even the police want you dead. They don't like to see us young niggas want it. So when you on the block, you gotta watch for the cops. And when you slide on the op, you gotta watch for the cops. Cause the ops be working with the cops and the cops be working with the ops. It's a cold world and it's a damn shame. I don't know the trust. The same nigga you that grew up in the streets where might be the nigga you bought. I was in Elixir robbing yesterday. Now my man can't live to see another day. Versace frame just to have to paint away. I pray that karma don't come running my way. Hey. It's a cold world and it's a damn shame. I don't know the trust. The same nigga you that grew up in the streets where might be the nigga you bought. I was in Elixir robbing yesterday. Now my man can't live to see another day. Versace frame just to have to paint away. I pray that karma don't come running my way. Hey. Karma my way.
Tonight, deputies say the person who killed him is still out there. Antonio Harper Jr., also known as A1 Lil Tony, was gunned down at an apartment complex in Waldorf last night. He's a well-known local rapper with more than 8,000 followers on Instagram and thousands of views on YouTube. WUSA 9's Michael Quander explains why police think he may have been targeted.
Neighbors heard the gunshots.
It was about 4 shots, and then there was about a pause, and then another 4 shots.
It was about 10 Tuesday night when Antonio Harper, or A1 Lil Tony, was found bleeding on the sidewalk.
You can see the shell casings on the floor actually smoking.
But by the time paramedics got to Stream Vista Place,
it was too late.
The 20-year-old died in his mother's arms.
Definitely tell him I love him. We did that every morning. Told each other we love each other. That's it.
Emotional family members told WUSA 9 Harper was headed back from the store and walking to this apartment building when Charles County deputies say a gunman ran up and shot him several times.
Yeah, I'm the talk of the street.
You see, Harper called himself the talk of the streets. He was known for his talent, fashion, and his upbeat personality. Lil Tony made waves on social media, and that got detectives investigating what his last tweet says. Quote, "We gonna keep riding around with them Glocks until we find them expletives." That was posted around the same time he was killed, but Harper's uncle says those were just song lyrics.
No matter how you want to articulate that or come up with whatever you want to make of that, he just retweeted it. He just tweeted a lyric of whatever he was listening to when he was riding the car.
Still, deputies have not found a motive and believe this was no random shooting.
Why do you think he was targeted?
Hate, envy. It definitely was envy in my eyes.
Now, with just a quick search, we found Harper is now one of at least 10 rappers killed in the DC area over the last 6 years. All violent deaths, many of them with different circumstances. Harper pleaded guilty to a drug charge last year, but it's unclear if that case had anything to do with his death. In Waldorf, Michael Quander.
It was still unreal to me.
WUSA 9.
Who shot Harper ran away after the shooting, and the sheriff's office doesn't have a description at this point. But if you know anything, call the Charles County Crime Solvers at 1-866-411-TIPS.
What's good with y'all, Mo? Welcome back to Paperwork TV. Today we are going to start a new series of videos titled The DMV Hood Files. In this first episode, we will be highlighting just a few of the legendary stories of the neighborhood of Simple City, also known to natives of the city as Simp. This video consists of the story of A1 Tony, the Simple City $5 million R.I.C.O. related to a vehicle theft ring, and the story of the unaliving of Moopie. Before we get into it, I need y'all to go and smash that like and subscribe button for me, Mo. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, before I get into the story of A1 Lil Tony, for the ones who aren't from the DMV area, let me give you a little backstory on the neighborhood that we call Simple City here in DC. The actual name of the hood that we call Simple City is Benning Terrace. Benning Terrace is a public housing project of 274 apartments and townhouses in southeast Washington, D.C., located east of the Anacostia River in the Benning Ridge neighborhood. It is known to the natives as Simple City. Simple City is the hood of quite a few rappers out of the city, including Active Bala, Walk Down Will, and also the person we'll be discussing today, A1 Lil Tony. On Tuesday, May 1st, 2018, the sound of gunshots shattered the peace of the 2200 block of Stream Vista Place. Responding swiftly, the Charles County Sheriff's Office discovered a grim scene. 20-year-old Antonio Lamont Harper Jr., known to his fans as A1 Lil Tony and the Plug Son, laid lifeless. An aspiring rapper, A1 Tony had been shot multiple times outside his home, marking a tragic end to his promising rap career. A1 Lil Tony's musical journey was relatively fresh, having entered the rap scene just 2 years prior, yet he had quickly become a beloved figure across the DC area, not just for his music, but for his vibrant personality and his infectious smile. The events leading up to A1 Lil Tony's death hold a shadow over his final moments. He had been dropped off at home and was going up the stairs with his uncle when an assailant approached and opened fire. Harper's uncle fled in terror, escaping the bullets that fatally struck Tony. Complicating the narrative, about 30 minutes before the shooting, A1 Lil Tony tweeted lyrics from the song In My Bag by Lil Baby, which read, "We gon' keep riding around with them Glocks until we find them ninjas." His uncle, Christopher Smith, insisted that the tweet was mere coincidence, emphasizing the Plug son's commitment to be home early that night and dismissing any suggestion of his nephew seeking confrontation. Smith expressed his grief and frustration, noting the destructive nature of hate and envy. He reflected on the joy A1 Lil Tony felt after recent dental work, eager to show off his smile, now forever stilled. Authorities have indicated that the attack was targeted, though the precise motive remains shrouded in mystery. As the investigation continues, A1 Tony's family, friends, and fans are left to mourn and wonder about what might have been for a young artist at the threshold of his potential. That leaves us with these questions. Who killed A1 Lil Tony? Was A1 Lil Tony backdoored by fellow Simp members? Was this a situation where Simple City's ops caught up with Tony and got up on him while he was lacking and moving loose? Or was the murder of A1 Lil Tony just a random act of violence? Let us know what y'all think down in the comments, please.
You know, all my niggas looking for the little nigga now, B. Sonny like my little brother, too. Anything you need, let me know.
I was looking, baby, because I need your help, baby. I need you to help me sell these 14 keys so I can get this ransom money for Sonny, man.
You got 14 bricks right there?
Yeah.
Put you up, eh?
Yeah, man, but look, B. Once we get my little brother back, man, we right the fuck back on, baby. We right the fuck back on once I get Sonny. It's gonna be business.
The scales of justice tipped against the Simple City criminal organization, revealing a staggering $5 million racketeering conspiracy. This web of crime, spun over years, was finally met by the gavel of the law. The story begins in the streets of the Washington metropolitan area, where between 2009 and 2015, Simple City was responsible a reign of terror. The group, led by figures such as Jeff Cruz, Sylvia Price, and Stefan Janey, thrived on a complex network of theft, fraud, and violence. Their methods were cold, calculated, and chillingly effective. Members of Simple City would often engage in hop-in-style motor vehicle thefts, a bold strategy where they seized any unattended running vehicle. These stolen vehicles served as the initial domino effect in a series of crimes. Stored temporarily in inconspicuous locations, these cars were later used for other nefarious activities ranging from ATM burglaries to armed robberies. The vehicles, along with stolen personal items like cell phones and laptops, eventually found their way to the black market. The conspiracy didn't end with theft. Under Sylvia Price's leadership, a specialized faction within Simple City exploited stolen personal identification information and bank cards. This subgroup was also accused of wire fraud, credit card fraud, and aggravated identity theft, turning the personal disasters of victims into illicit profits. The proceeds from these criminal exploits were meticulously funneled back into the organization, ensuring the cycle of crime not only continued but also thrived. The turning point came on July 13, 2015, when a federal grand jury returned a damning indictment against 14 members of Simple City. The indictment was a culmination of extensive investigations by federal and local agencies, intertwining the efforts of approximately 140 law enforcement officers. These officers executed 11 search warrants and made significant arrests, signaling a quick response to the rampant criminal activities. Edward Swales was taken into custody by the U.S. Marshal Service on August 24, 2015. Fugitive Terrell Felder, a Moopie, was also eventually apprehended and charged after being on the run for some time, and was eventually released after serving almost 6 years out the feds.
All right, Holly, thank you. It was a deadly weekend in the district after a mass shooting in Northwest claimed multiple lives.
Officials are reaching out now to the community for help ending the ongoing violence that we've been seeing in the city. Fox 5's Maureen Ume is live this morning outside of police headquarters with the latest. And Maureen, it was certainly an unfortunate and a disturbing trend that we're seeing.
That's right. It seems every weekend we have these shootings, these mass shootings right now, 13 so far in the district this year, which is really an unheard of number. The chief of police, as well as other leaders here in the city, trying to get a handle on this, but so far it appears it's not really working. Right now this morning, involving that mass shooting you talked about, there is a lookout for a Honda Accord, a dark-colored Honda Accord. It's got tinted windows and chrome-colored wheels. That's the best that we know right now. Police are hoping that surveillance cameras from neighbors in that particular neighborhood also captured more images that might help them solve this case. We're understanding from the Ward 4 council member that there is significant footage that investigators do have to go on. So we're expecting that there might be an arrest sooner or later in this case, or at least people brought in for questioning regarding the shooting that happened on Saturday. Let's take you to the scene. It was very chaotic. This all happened Saturday evening just after 7:30 p.m. on the corner of 7th Street and Longfellow Street in the Brightwood area. Police say that it appears people got out of the Honda Accord, started firing shots down the block. The Ward 4 council member says in a statement that this was a neighborhood crew that was fighting each other. 6 people were hit by bullets. 3 of them died. The victims have been identified as a 31-year-old woman from Northeast, a 24-year-old man from Northwest, and a 37-year-old man from Northeast. 3 other people have also been hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. MPD Police Chief Robert Conti says this ongoing violence is simply frustrating.
It's very frustrating, and we've been talking about gun violence for a long time. We know that this issue is not unique to Washington, D.C., but I think it speaks to the overall sickness that we're seeing in our community.
And then on the heels of that shooting was another one on Sunday afternoon in Northeast D.C. Police say a woman was shot while driving in her car. It happened in the 6,000 block of Eastern Avenue Northeast. Police say the victim managed to drive herself into Prince George's County where she crashed. They say that woman was conscious. She was breathing while being taken to the hospital. They are now on the lookout for a white Kia sedan with temporary Maryland tags relating to that case. And then even more violence. We're hearing that overnight there were 3 more shootings, one that left a man dead in Northeast D.C. There's another one in Northwest D.C. and Southeast D.C. So just a slew of shootings. Sometimes almost hard to keep them straight. Right now, police again searching for multiple suspects. Chief Conti is saying that there's a $75,000 reward for information in that first shooting that left 6 people injured and 3 people dead on Saturday. So some reward on the table for this. But again, this is the 13th mass shooting in D.C. so far this year. In comparison, last year there were 7. Still a lot, but nowhere near the numbers we're seeing this year. Police again at their wits' end and trying to do something about it, asking the public for help in solving these crimes. Back to you.
Certainly trending in the wrong direction. Maureen, thank you.
Now, next we have the unaliving of Terrell Felder, also known to many as Moopie. We couldn't find too much on bruh, not to mention the short mention of him in the news clip I just showed y'all. What we do know is that he was an official member of Simp and that he was known to hang in the circle. He somehow had some ties to Upper Marlboro, Suitland, and Laurel, Maryland. He attended both Wise High School and Laurel High School. Moopie was 31 at the time of his unaliving. DC police said they first responded to a firehouse in the 4400 block of Minnesota Avenue, northeast for a shooting victim around 1:35 p.m. When they arrived, police said they found a man suffering from apparent gunshot wounds. The victim, identified Tuesday as Terrell Felder, 31, of no fixed address, was taken to an area hospital for treatment but was pronounced dead. The police released an official statement, and it reads as follows: Tuesday, September 6, 2022. Washington, D.C. detectives from the Metropolitan Police Department's Homicide Branch are investigating a homicide that occurred on Monday, September 5, 2022, in the 1000 block of 51st Street, Northeast. At approximately 1:35 p.m., members of the 6th District responded to D.C. Fire and EMS Engine 27, located in the 4400 block of Minnesota Avenue, Northeast, for the report of a victim suffering from a gunshot wound. Upon arrival, the members located an adult male victim, conscious and breathing. DC Fire and Emergency Medical Services responded to the scene and transported the victim to an area hospital. After all life-saving efforts failed, the victim was pronounced dead. Further investigation revealed the incident occurred in the 1000 block of 51st Street, Northeast. The decedent has been identified as 31-year-old Terrell Felder, of no fixed address. The Metropolitan Police Department currently offers a reward of up to $25,000 to anyone that provides information which leads to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons responsible for each homicide committed in the District of Columbia. Anyone with information about this case is asked to call the police at 207-797-9099. Additionally, anonymous information may be submitted to the department's text tip line by sending a text message to 50,411. We are going to end this joint off by screaming "Long live Moopie." Well, that's all I got for y'all today. Sorry it took so long. This is all a process. Thank y'all for subscribing to our channel and make sure y'all spread the word to everyone so we can help grow together. Thank you for watching Paperwork TV. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of the DMV Hood Files on Simple City. Please be sure to go and comment what y'all want to see next. Be safe out here, y'all. Nobody seems to be safe around this joint no more, not even the feds. And most importantly, stay dangerous, Mo.